All right, everybody, it is time for that daily 5-minute room rescue, 2-minute hotspot drill. I am going to do them both in one video today. So hopefully we can get through it. You guys can get something done and maybe learn something while we're at it. So here we go. 5 minutes on the timer and away we go. Today we are going to talk about patience and what it requires. Yes, you got your tornado thing. There's no video. But there's no video. No, there's no video, and there's no video for a reason. When we do the videos for next week, you can show them your tornado, okay? All right? Okay, so patience. I know, it's a virtue. I know, a lot of us don't have it. I know, we started this system, we want to see results immediately. Well, you will, eventually. And some of it is immediate. That's why I talked to you about going to the places that are screaming at you, the places that are going to make the biggest impact in your home, in your life, because that will give you the immediate response that you're looking for. Yes, there is still a whole bunch of stuff around, but it will get taken care of. Now, there is an old Aesop fable about the crow and the water jug and how he he's been flying and he's thirsty and he comes across a vase full of water and he can't drink it no matter what he does. He can't tip it over, he can't get his beak down in there, but there's a lot of pebbles around the ground. So he keeps picking up a pebble and dropping it into the vase. And eventually, the water is all the way up to the top, and he can drink as much as he wants. The moral of the fable is doing things a little bit at a time is just as good as doing everything at once. Doing these 5-minute room rescues, these 15-minute decluttering, the 2-minute hotspot drills, those are your pebbles. When you work for a long time, say you work 3 hours on a project, you're going to get burnt out to that project. You're not going to want to touch it. So then when all of a sudden those 3 days go by, you go back and it looks just as bad as what it did before because the upkeep hasn't happened. When you work 15 minutes at a time, or even doing the crisis clean, which is 3 hours, you're hitting multiple rooms, which will help you be able to get those rooms done, get your big projects done, but not get burnt out on a certain one. You're able to continue to do the maintenance because after all, that is what we are striving for, is to be doing this maintenance every single day. So that way our home becomes a self-cleaning home with minimal time and effort involved in cleaning. Now I understand those of you with small children, the cleaning is more, but it is not dirt, it's not mess, it's toys. What do you want? You need to do your flashcards and your workbook pages, then you can get another Twinkie. 2 pages in your workbook, please. And they must be done properly. You know, so that's not stuff that needs to necessarily be picked up. I mean, yeah, nightly, of course, but they're going to get pulled out anyways. Kids should be allowed to have fun. Kids should be allowed to bring their toys out and see because, you know, if they're all stuck in a bin, they can't see what they have. So doing things is a little bit at a time. No, you won't get a whole room done in one day. But when you do get that room done, it will stay done because you will have put the effort in, you will have put the time in, you will have put the emotion into it to make sure that you can do it and you can upkeep it. And it's not going to be, oh, I don't want to go back in that room. I've done so much in there today. I don't want to go back in there tomorrow. Oh, you eliminate that when you do things this small bit at a time. So while I understand the need to want to see it done right away, we are on a life-changing journey and not a quick fix journey. Because quick fixes don't last. Look at quick fixes that go with anything else, and you'll see they don't last. Go for the life-changing, and then your life will be changed for the better. So there's patience, and there's your 5-minute room rescue. Now let's hit your 2-minute hot spot drill. So are we ready? 2 minutes on the timer. And pause it, take a break, whatever you need to do to get to your hot spot. Remember, that's an area that no matter what you do always seems to collect things. Placing a pretty vase with some flowers there might help. Placing something else there might help, or just enjoying the clean space can also help with these areas. So here we go, hot spot drill, and today we'll talk about, you know what, let's start going through the evening routine. So let's see if I can get calendars done in 2 minutes. Go. All right, so the importance of checking your calendar, making sure that you sync your calendars. I do it on the last Friday of every month to make sure that I am prepared for the next month. The importance of making sure everything has on it every single day that you do. Now, I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different calendars to make sure that I'm ready. Each one of them is synced. Each one is there for a different purpose. The importance of checking your calendar every single night is there may be something that comes up that you wrote on your calendar 4 months ago that all of a sudden is here and you don't want to forget it. Doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, things like that have a tendency to come up and we forget about them. But if they're on your calendar, if you've got a reminder in your phone, they're there. There are things that we come up with that are not, urgently important, so we figure we'll take care of them a month down the road. Well, there's your reminder in your calendar for a month down the road. Those of us with multiple children understand that we can be basically a taxi service. So having a calendar and checking that calendar nightly can help you see exactly how many events and how many areas you need to get through each day. It will also help you realize, how should you be dressing? Do you have a special meeting that day? Do you have an appointment that day? Do you have a doctor's appointment that day to where maybe you're going to want to make sure you're done up a little bit better and smelling good? Should you have a bigger meal that day, or is that a day for crock pot, or maybe even just for sandwiches, depending upon what it is? Are you going to need to pack lunches to make sure that the kids eat their lunch? Those are all things that the calendar does. So there's your 2 minutes. You have now completed your 5-minute room rescue and your 2-minute hotspot drill. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will talk to you tomorrow. Great job, everyone.